Hello ladies and gentlemen and all the core gamers out there, CHAman777 here, bringing you Monster Hunter Double Cross episode 19 today. Last time we completed our urgent quest to get to 4-star hunts by slaying the Horu, aka the Midnight Owl, aka the Malfestio. This time, as promised, I'm going to play as a Prowler, or a Nyanta, for this mission. And we're going to break a Great Macaw's head. Because I kind of want to play as a Prowler just for a little bit, because I haven't shown this off yet in the game, and I figured I might as well do it. So let's go hunt ourselves a Prowler. Now, the Prowler missions, the ones with the paw prints obviously in the quest list, they're only available to when you're a cat. The Prowlers play very differently compared to all the other modes and styles in the game. However, this Prowler is very special. This Prowler is a DLC special, and you will see why if we can get the ability into it. Now, before we get into this, I do want to give a quick shout out to all of our Patreon donators: Jazzy Floof, Valentine Blaze, MickeyPhorGens, MaddiLeigh, and Kitty Cat for their continued support to the channel. Now, Prowlers. They're very interesting. They can have either swords or hammers to inflict damage. However, they don't have any. They do have combos, but it's only linked to boomerangs and sword blows or hammer blows, compared to the hunters where you can have multiple weapons like bows and stuff like that. Cats do not get guns. However, they have some very powerful combination attacks and very cool follow-up combos. Essentially, the way Prowlers fight is you notice that there is a gauge on the bottom right. Essentially, I need points by dealing damage to monsters, which I will actually kind of show off right here, to get any part of the gauge filled. Once that gauge gets filled a certain amount, I can start doing special moves, which is very cool. Don't mind me, I'm just going to slay a couple of these to build my gauge up, because the only thing we actually have to do is break the Great Macaw's head, and I have a weapon and an armor set for this Prowler that will do it relatively easy, so don't mind me on that. I also see this guy's very angry with me. He's charging at me like so fast. The weapon I'm using for this cat, it is one of the DLC weapons. It's one of the newer DLCs where you have to hunt a double Kieran with no armor and no talismans. Me and my friend did that once last night, and my god, was it a pain in the rear end. We're gonna wait for Yami before we do that one again. The armor looks amazing though, and obviously you guys will see what a Kieran is later if you guys don't already know what a Kieran is. But Prowlers also have a cool feature where they can dig underground if you press the R and B button. This can allow you to transition areas from area to area, but what Prowlers also have, as you've already probably noticed, Prowlers also have a automatic tracker on the monsters depending on what you have. It's very cool, so let's go get right into the Great Macaw and try and do some damage. Also, Prowlers can block, and there he is. As you guys know, the Great Macaw. He is a monster that we have to do, and all we gotta do for this hunt, not kill it. All we have to do is break his head. That's literally all we have to do. Once we break his head, the quest is over right then and there. So obviously this will be quick. Now, as I mentioned, this is a very special Prowler. This Prowler is a beast Prowler. So he gets some very, very powerful attacks with very deadly claw strikes and some very cool moves. And obviously, as I power up in Beast Prowler form, I can show you some of the cool combination attacks he does get. And obviously, these claws are absolutely deadly on the Beast Prowler. And it's really a very, very strong combo. And that's why I was kind of hunting the Larinoth right in the beginning there, to try and get a little bit of boost. Now, I'm actually afraid of killing the Great Macaw because the weapons and armor I have are actually kind of ridiculously overpowered for this, but I'm also a Beast Prowler, so, like, that's another thing I have to be very careful about. And looks like we're already going to break the Great Macaw's head probably within the first few seconds here. Maybe not within the first few seconds, but as long as we can get damage on him, we're going to do quite a bit of work. Now, cats, I should mention, can also mount monsters. If they come off the ledge, they pretty much can have the same effect as any other monster. And I'm actually afraid of, as I said, I'm afraid of killing the Great Macaw. You guys have seen this multiple times, but this cat is overpowered as all heck. So, like, even though he's only level 4, as I got it off of DLC and I used it in a hunt once, he's really strong, so I do have to be really careful and definitely try and only focus on the Great Macaw's head, because if I don't, I'm going to end up killing it. I thought he was going to run away from me for a second, which, you know, that wouldn't be fun. We gotta try and tip him over, although I could probably do the... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I love Beast Prowler. It's so good. There are more. Oh, and there we go. I told you that wasn't going to take long, but that is Beast Prowler in a nutshell. Essentially, you give some very powerful claw combos, and we actually just completed the quest, believe it or not. All we had to do was break his head, and yeah, that's pretty much Prowler gameplay. For the story mode, at least. You can go on massive monster hunts with Prowlers, and I've seen some very good players with massive Prowler hunts as well. They are very talented players, but look into his eyes. This is a cat you don't want to be messing with in any way, shape, or form. How dare. He knocked me in the back of the head. Now, wow, look at all those claw strikes that hit him in the head. Oh my god. That is the screenshot for the end of the quest right there. But anyways, when you complete Prowler quest, not only will you get some monster parts depending on what it is, but you will get login apples, which allows you to trade in the Prowler area and get a lot more stuff. Not only that, but you will get scraps to form Prowler armor and everything. And I actually just leveled up to level 5. Neat. Okay, I got some Prowler unlocks for a lot of stuff. That 60 I don't think it was level. I think it was something else. I might have unlocked a new skill for Prowlers or something like that. But those are Prowler missions. And I know this episode was a bit shorter, guys, but I kind of wanted to show off how the Prowlers hunted. But you know what? Why not show off how the Prowlers hunt? I don't see a problem with showing off how the Prowlers hunt. Do you guys see a problem with it? No? Alright, let's go hunt ourselves a Great Macaw, actually, this time, and crush it. And also, I just typed in chat, or I had my presets in chat as to what's up. But let's go, and let's go do a Great Macaw hunt, because I think that was a bit, this episode was a bit short for you guys. But I kind of want to show you the almighty power of the Prowler itself. So this time we're actually going to be going on a Prowler hunt. And you may have noticed that Prowlers don't have access to my hunting pouch. I forgot to mention that earlier. Prowlers never have access to the hunting pouch. You have to bring your own health horns and everything for Prowlers. Conveniently, one of my cats is a healing cat, so I don't think we're going to have much trouble doing this. Now, as for also Prowlers, you may notice under my health bar there are 2 acorns. The 2 acorns are essentially extra lives. Cats don't cart until they faint 3 times. So essentially I lose my health bar 3 times, then I faint, and it costs a quest life. So in reality, if you think about it, cats have 9 lives. It's really, really cool. So you have 9 lives essentially with the cat before you fail. And as you've noticed, I don't have like an herb horn or anything on this cat, but that's okay. I don't think we're going to need it, because we're just going to be doing a random Great Macaw and giving in to the demon that is the Beast Prowler. The Beast Prowler, again, one of my favorite new additions to Monster Hunter Double Cross. So let's get right into it and do some Great Macaw damage. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring the Great Macaw over to this ledge, because I want to mount the Great Macaw, and I think that'll be really cool, so you guys can see a cat on a giant monster. Now, what's really cool is you can throw a boomerang, and then this strike acts as a mount strike, which is really cool. So if I do this a couple times, I can actually mount the Great Macaw. So let's do it one more time. Get a boomerang charge in there. Charge in. And I got him. So now we're going to be a cat on the back of a monster, mounting the Great Macaw, which is really cool. And obviously, this is really cool when it zooms in, because the cat kind of slashes at it back and forth. He's trying to keep his balance on the monster at the same time, which is really cool, and I think it's really, really adorable that the cats are ridiculously powerful. And we're gonna activate Beast Prowler right here. Rah! Unleash the demon. Anyways, let's go do some major damage here to the cat. Do the Great Macaw. Bang, 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 bang! Essentially, those boosts, they boost how long my Beast Prowler form stays active anytime I activate the moves off of that. But there's some really powerful Beast Prowler combos you can do, so don't be afraid to experiment with the Beast Prowler. If you do get the game yourself, the DLC cat, obviously you can see his name in the first slot. It is the Double Cross Beast Prowler, you can see the 3 symbols -XX. So that is going to be the Beast Prowler for this game. And we're going to activate this here. Unfortunately, unless you hit with the vertical slash on this move right here, you will not get an extension to your Beast Prowler form. You do need to at least hit the monster once doing that. And he doesn't do a lot of damage, like I said, the Great Macau. Cat armor kind of works a bit differently, but there's a lot of damage you can do with the Beast Prowler. Again, don't be afraid to experiment. And while in Beast Prowler form, you can still use all other cat moves, which is really nice. So Feline Comet, the one I have activated right here, very good cat move just for getting closer to the monster if need be. I know a lot of people like to get up close and personal to the monsters at some point. And look at this, all within 5 minutes. Great Macau trying to flee, and we're not gonna let him do that quite yet. We're gonna knock him down. We're gonna get close to his head, and we're gonna try and end him off here actually. So let's see if we can do it in time. Oh no, this move's gonna let him get away. But you know what? It's still not quite over. He's still got to jump through. And unfortunately, we didn't get it. Now, my Beast Prowler gauge did go back down to 0, so I do need to go slay Beast Prowler. But anyways, or go slay the Great Macau, but I do need to activate my X gauge again. But we all know where the Great Macau goes to sleep. You guys have seen this hunt many times. He's pretty easy. He's an easy monster. Obviously, there are some very good Prowler players out there, as I've said in a previous episode. They are absolutely talented players, and I give them respect for being able to hunt Elder Dragons with Beast Prowlers. Like, I am impressed, and I am amazed that people can do that. And that right there is going to be the end of the Great Macau. And I'm not even going to bother carving it, but, yeah. Also, cool thing. Cats have their own version of emotes, which is really neat. So you can do the nod, you can do the dance, you can do the wave, you could do the clap. The cats are they're really cute, and they're really adorable. I'm just going to stand like this forever now, as you guys can stare into his demon eyes and realize that I'm also wearing armor that I probably shouldn't be on this cat. Shh, don't tell anybody. You guys will see the hunt soon enough, I promise. But anyways, that's going to be it, actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Monster Hunter Double Cross. And I will see you guys in episode 20 of Monster Hunter Double Cross. So until then, this is CAJ Man 777 signing off. Stay safe, everybody.